Hey, good morning, guys. I just wanted to cover something. It was a question that was asked in the group. I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, and quick, right to the point, so you all don't have to stay on here too long this morning. Um, Physiological insulin resistant, basically, is what the guy was asking. He says, "Do I have to worry about this? Am I to be concerned with physiological insulin resistance?" Physiological insulin resistance is basically an adaptation insulin resistance. It's when your body goes through a carb withdrawal, and sometimes you can have situations where, like, you're fasting blood glucose and stuff like that. If you drop your carbohydrates too quick, will actually start to shut off different glut receptors or insulin receptors in the body. And basically, from what I read and how I perceived it, is your body's emergency response to low carbohydrate, low glucose, and it's trying to preserve what amount of glucose that it has left in the body, and actually probably release some of it from your pancreas in the form of glucagon, so your liver can process that and increase your actual blood sugar, so your brain has has glucose and your muscles don't get the glucose. So if you're ever in a fasted state and you see like 100 blood glucose, 105, 110, 115, 120, this could be a typical response to just being on a low carbohydrate diet or in a fasted state. A lot of people think that your body uses just protein in the form of gluconeogenesis, which is demand driven. And that's the only thing, but that's not actually true. Your body can actually use fat as well to make sugar, and it just goes through a different breakdown and conversion process. So the physiological insulin resistance portion of it could make your glucose rise. You could become slightly insulin resistant in that situation because your body is actually shutting down receptors, and it wants to be insulin sensitive in that case. So you have glucose for your brain, other organs, whatever may need it, whatever the conversions may need glucose to be made. Whatever the situation is, it's a normal adaptation phase. And basically, some say it may lead to insulin resistance, but it's not likely. It seems to be normal on a low carbohydrate diet, and if your fasting glucose does rise a little bit, the only thing that I would be concerned with if a fasting blood glucose was high was if you had a high HbA1c. But if your HbA1c is low and your fasting blood glucose is just a little high, I wouldn't be too concerned with that. I mean, that's something that you would take care of with your medical provider anyway. So glucose transporters are a wide range of transport proteins. Basically, what they do is glucose transporters move protein through the cell membrane, and there are about 14 different types of these gluts that are encoded by human genome. And basically, human genome is a nucleic acid encoded as DNA found within the individual mitochondria, which include protein coding and non-coding DNA. If you ingest glucose and carbohydrates through your digestive tract, basically glucose is transported by active transporter from the gut to the intestinal cells. That's how it's done that way. The only thing that you would really see outside of fasting high blood glucose is if you went to the gym and your glucose was at, like, say, 80, and you went to the gym and you just killed it. You just wanted a good workout in. You done some pretty good cardio. You hit the weights and stuff like that. When you left the gym, you checked your blood glucose and it was up at 105. Well, that's a form of physiological insulin resistance. Your body actually starts shutting down receptors in the body and increasing your blood glucose because it has certain demand for the brain and things of that nature. About 6 months ago, maybe more, I read a study on Google. I didn't put much effort into it, but it was actually talking about how your brain is the only thing that's smart enough to switch between sugar or glucose and ketones. Like, it can use both fuels very efficiently because your brain is always going to have some kind of glucose available. But your brain can also use ketones because the beta hydroxybutyrate is what unlocks the blood-brain barrier. So there's something to think about here. Just look up physiological insulin resistance and see what you think about it. And if you want to add to this video at all, please drop some comments in the comment box below. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the little bell notification. I appreciate all your support. I finally hit the monetization phase to where I can start monetizing my videos and stuff. I'm just waiting for it to go through. And then that will substantially help me generate revenue for what I'm already putting out when I do my giveaways, the Instapots, the gift cards, the things of that nature. and then that will allow me to actually give more out to people. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I don't make anything off this channel. I just do it to help people heal. All my proceeds or whatever I make from stuff here, which I'm not making anything now, it's more out of my pocket completely than anything. When I do make that, it goes right back to the people that watch this channel. I don't keep any of it. I got a good job. I make a good living, so that's not what I'm about. I'm about healing people and making people's lives much simpler. So again, I thank you for watching this channel. I appreciate everything that you guys do here to support me, and I love it when you share my videos and you give the thumbs up. If you haven't done that already, go hit that thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless.